What's up everyone, today I'm going to show you guys how to build a Bmx bike. So we're going to start from scratch and we're going to put the bottom bracket in, so I'll show you how to do that. You could either hammer your bearings in with a block, but to be more safe I'm going to use a little axle here with the bolts that I got. Pretty much I slide one bearing in here, put it in there, and we're just going to tighten each side so that it compresses together. So before we start, first you're going to want to get some grease. I like to take a cotton swab, dip it in with some grease, and you're going to want to put the grease on the inside where your bottom bracket is, and just get a little bit there and flip the frame over. It's kind of hard filming this by myself, but I have a fisheye on so you can hopefully see what I'm doing. So spread that all on the inside. And the next thing you're going to want to do is get your bearing, and you're going to want to grease that thing in as well. So as you can see, I got my bearing here. Take some, not a lot, but not a little, and just put the grease all over the bearing. And do that for both bearings. After you get both bearings, you're going to want to take your bottom bracket spacer. Make sure you don't forget this. And now what you're going to want to do is take your frame. Let me move the chair. Okay, that's better. So what you're going to want to do is take a bearing, put that on the inside, put your bottom bracket spacer on the inside, take your other bearing, put it on the inside like that, and next what you're going to want to do is get your tool and just compress that together. Alright, so pretty much what I'm doing here is I'm holding this with a wrench, and I have another wrench here, and as I tighten this up, it's pushing both bearings inside. I know you can't really see it that well, but if you keep tightening it, both bearings should go in smoothly. This may take a few minutes, but just keep doing it and eventually it'll go. So I'm going to show you how it looks. It actually looks amazing. I didn't think I'd make it this flush inside, but what I did was on this side I put one of the washers that came with the bottom bracket, then I put a cone washer and then an axle nut. This whole thing in the middle is an axle, so you're going to put that through. On your other side you're going to take the bigger washer, put that on, then you're going to put this piece on, another washer, and then you put another screw in. You screw it in all the way, and you're going to need 2 wrenches for this. One wrench is going to hold this side, and another wrench is going to be tightening this side. And it's going to push your bearings inside the bottom bracket, and once you're done, your bottom bracket should look nice and clean like this. As you could see, it's really nice inside. I'll show you the other side as well. I didn't hammer it, I didn't damage any of the bearings. Just a really good method. Alright, so the next part is putting a sprocket onto a crank arm. So the first thing you're going to want to do is, as you can see the face of the sprocket, you're going to slide that onto the spindle. I already kind of did this, so you slide your sprocket onto the spindle, make sure it's facing down, make sure there's no space here, it has to be sealed tight. Make sure you have a sprocket adapter here, and then you're going to tighten this bolt, which is your sprocket, the bolt. Tighten it all the way, not too hard, not very loose, because you don't want this moving. So as you can see, it's not moving, and you want no space. Remember, make sure the design or whatever is facing that way. And then all you're going to do is you're ready to put your spindle through. Before putting it in, make sure, are you right hand drive or left hand drive? I am right hand drive, so I'm going to put this in this way. So what you're going to want to do. Alright, so correcting my mistake, you're going to take this, which is a cone washer. You're going to slide that on there. It's just trial and error. You have to see how much space you're going to need in between your bottom bracket. So again, make sure that it slides in through. Put your finger in. So make sure that you get the bottom bracket spacer. Alright, so I hammered my spindle in and it went in. And now what you're going to do on the other side, as you can see, we have some space there. Take this and put it on the other side. As you can see, I barely have space, but what we're going to do to solve that is tighten it evenly on both sides, and it should even itself out inside. So I'm going to get my other crank arm. Alright, so now to put the crank arm in, you're going to line it up with, see how this crank arm is on the bottom? Well, this one we're going to put on the top. And now all we have to do is tighten up our cranks, and we should be good to go. Alright guys, so to tighten your cranks, you're pretty much going to have your crank arm ball. You're going to take a 6mm Allen key and screw that in. So, as you can see, screwing my cranks in both ways. And you can see they spin freely, everything's good. Now we can start with the headset. Alright, so excuse my messy room, I have a fisheye so you can see everything. But next we're going to take out our headset. In BSD included extra spacers, which are right here. This is just in case you need extra height. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our spacers here. Oh, not our spacers, the headset, I'm sorry. So I got the headset out. Pretty much a headset is just 2 bearings with a couple of pieces to it. As you can see, you have this and everything on already. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your headset bearings and grease them all up. That's the first thing. So one thing about bikes and grease is your hands are going to get a lot of grease on them. So that's going to happen. So I greased up my frame where the headset is. I greased up my bearings. That's why I'm kind of got to get in here. So here's the fork. Goes on this way. Has an integrated headset, crown, race, fork thingy. So what you're going to want to do is first take your bearing. You're going to want to put it on this way. No, excuse me, this way. Put it on just like that. Then you're going to take your frame. Slide that through from underneath. Make sure it's faced the right way. Once you've got that, next thing is you're going to take your other headset, put that right on top. Okay, now that we've got that, alright, so you're ready to put your stem and bars on. So what you're going to want to do is, to put a stem on, I already kind of have it on here. Sorry about that. So you're going to put your stem on, you're going to tighten this bolt first, then that bolt, then this bolt, then that bolt. You want to do it in a cross pattern. My bars are already perfectly set up, so I didn't really want to put the stem onto the bars, but you're going to want to have it like this. Next, what you're going to want to do is take the extra spacers that BSD gave you. And I kind of measured this right now. I put my bars on top, and you want to make sure that, here I'll show you. So I'm going to take these 2 spacers, put them through. You could even add more if you want, for a little bit extra height, but I think that should be okay. I'll see. So take your bars, put them through, and we did good because there is a, let me try to zoom in on that. As you can see, your headset will be tight if and only if there's, I'm trying to get a good angle of this, but if you could see, there's a good amount of space up here, and that's what you want, because if the fork is higher than your stem, then your headset won't tighten. So you want to make sure your fork is down and your stem is a little bit higher, just about at a centimeter or 2. So that should be good. Next up, you're ready to screw in the stem cap. So you're going to take that, and you're just going to screw that in, but you don't want to screw it in all the way because, just a second. So you don't want to screw it in all the way because first what you want to do is loosen your pinch bolts, because in order to tighten the headset, my pinch bolts are loose obviously now, but in order to tighten the headset you don't want to tighten this hard. You don't want to tighten it all the way because you want to make sure the bars are aligned with your front wheel. So we can save this step for last. Just have it semi-tight for now. As you can see, my headset is not loose. And ow, I just hit myself. That was funny. But you're going to take your bars, spin them. As you can see, they spin really well. I don't know how well you can see that because I'm recording this by myself and it's really bad, but they spin pretty well. So now we're ready for the next step, and that is, I guess, putting on the front wheel or the seat, whichever one. I'll go go ahead and put on the seat first just to get it over with. So for this step, we're going to screw the wheel on. I already kind of got the seat on. I don't think you guys want to see that because it's pretty easy. So for the wheel, make sure your hub guard is facing your non-drive side. So that's that. Let's unscrew a couple other screws here for my wheel to fit because there's no space over here.
Alright, so the last step is pretty much screwing on the back wheel. And this is the easiest part. You just put your wheel onto the fork. And you want to time it evenly on this side, so time it just a little bit there. A little bit here. Go back there. As you can see, the headset's still loose because we haven't tightened that all the way. So make sure you just get your wheel on tight. And that's pretty much it. As you can see, it's spinning because we didn't finish tightening the headset, the front wheels on. So now let's go back.
Alright, so to tighten the headset, make sure you have everything lined up. I don't know. It looks lined up in my eye, but the camera angle, it doesn't really look like it's lined up. But it's pretty much lined up. And all we have to do is tighten up. Keep tightening this bolt all the way, then tighten the pinch bolts as you go, and then just keep tightening the headset and then the pinch bolts. Alright guys, last step is putting on the back wheel. You guys know what to do. You just slide the wheel on. Get your little cones, washers. Make sure the lines or whatever are facing toward the frame. Put that on. Screw in your cone washer. And I'm just going to cut this off because you don't want to see that. And then just screw the other side onto it. Alright guys, so I just finished putting together the bike. Obviously it's not clean, it's dirty from all the grease. So I got to clean that up. Put a chain on, you need a chain breaker. I don't have one, so I'm going to go to the bike shop and they're going to put it on for me. I'm kind of whispering because it's late. That's why I don't even have socks on. Pretty much about to go to sleep, really tired. So this is what the bike looks like. Built. And I'll have a bike check up for you guys soon. Still didn't put on pegs and a chain. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the really badly filmed how to build a BMX bike. But that's the best I could do. If I had a filmer, it would have been better. But yeah, bike check coming soon. Peace.